Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Wu-Tang Killer, the one killer bee, and he ain't for the kill now. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Chop that down, that's all around. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away.
This is when it gets serious. This is raw.
Yeah, baby, I like it raw. I get freaky, dicky, raw.
And I mean, yes, people bash me. They bash Katie and Seth. If you sit back and you look at some of those things, like, yeah, I understand people got upset with me because I was pretty pissed off that night. Yeah, I got it. Was it necessarily the
Right,
best
but I
thing in the
mean,
world?
I feel
No,
like
it
you had every
wasn't.
right to be that upset. You had every right to
Right,
be angry and upset.
right. And I understand that I had that right. I understand everybody's personal feelings that I should not have been as aggressive. All right, cool. I respect that. Maybe, you know, but at the same time, I am a person. So is my wife, and so is Seth. We're all grieving in our own ways. Trust me, it's every day is a struggle. You wake up,
Yeah.
and until these folks have to endure something to this magnitude, they will never truly understand. Never.
No.
I mean, if they were doxxed, I, although I don't understand doxing, but where they put out all their information.
You were doxxed. Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, oh
You
yeah.
were absolutely
Myself,
100%.
Katie, my family's been doxxed. But if they start doxing these folks and blasting their information, and no, I'm not by any means am I saying do this. I'm not.
No.
I'm not about this. But if it happened to them, and then it starts causing more problems and chaos, and you get to the point where going in public is sketchy at best
Yeah.
because you're going to have people staring at you. You're going to have people that won't even be near you. I mean, and it's sad because it's like, you know the truth. You know there's things that you know that can't be said, and you just wait and you wait and you wait, and eventually, one of two things is going to happen.
Hmm.
We're going to get an answer, and we're going to move forward. Or two, we're going to be right in that same pool with Summer Wells and the rest of the families that years go by and we have no answers, and we have to endure every aspect from day one. Will continue until there's an answer.
But they don't even know you. So how can they make a decision on whether they
Yeah.
actually like you or not? They know the little
Right.
bit that you have shown. And I'm sorry, I don't know anybody that's going to put their best face forward when they are when they're facing the tragedy that you and your wife and his father are facing.
Well, this goes back to the old saying: the first impression is a lasting impression. And although that is may be true, I did not necessarily make the best impression to some people, and that is an impression that they're going to have of me. I'm okay to accept that, but I'm also okay to extend and say, you don't really know me.
Yeah.
So until you actually get to know me, I'm asking that you reserve your opinions about myself, my wife, and Seth. I mean, but Seth is doing his own thing. I am not bashing.
Absolutely.
And don't get me
No.
wrong. Anybody asked me to start, your answer is no, and I
And
won't
I
be a part of
respect
the
that.
conversation.
No,
I
I'm
just
actually
won't.
pretty fucking impressed that you
Yeah.
have included him in everything you said.
Yeah.
And you've been so
Yep.
kind all the way through with him.
I mean, to be honest with you, if I was in your position, I'd
Yep.
be shit talking Seth right now too, because he would piss me off. Because but I respect you. You're a better person than me. Honestly, I think I would be very angry at Seth, and I understand your anger. But yeah, I
Well,
think it's very good what you're doing.
I think everybody has to understand something. I didn't say I'm not upset with him. I didn't say that.
Right.
What I
Right.
said is I'm not bashing him.
Yeah.
When Seth is ready to sit down and have a conversation, and that conversation would be something between me, him, and Katie, and nobody else, then that conversation we will have to air out some indifferences.
Mhm.
But I will say this: the likely odds of him and Katie sitting down, I don't see that possibly happening. Honestly, just because she is a mom, the mother to his son, and
Yeah.
I just don't know. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I kind of had that impression that it was kind of you and Seth did most of the talking. I think because it felt like to me rather than him and Katie. Because, but I could be wrong. But do you notice everybody? I want everybody and the people who are listening. Do you notice how nice Chris sounds right now when people aren't attacking him and he doesn't feel like he has to be on the defense? You see how nice he is? See what a nice guy he is?
That was pretty much my
Completely
point,
different.
was that if you
Huh?
Do I agree what they doing is correct? No, I don't. Not at all. Not condoning it. However, what it is doing though is it does keep Sebastian's situation, not Sebastian's name, the situation in the forefront. So it's not necessarily allowing the case to go completely cold, but yes, a lot of people have pulled back from what I've heard. A lot of the drama, a lot of the they've said it's a lot of mental stress, honestly, and I understand that.
Mhm.
But I'm begging and encourage people to please take the drama away. Cool. But just don't forget that it is a 15-year-old autistic child that we are all looking for. He's our son. He is, for Sumner County, he's almost like a Sumner County child of the whole county. Everybody
Mhm.
is gone to love him and want to know him and more interested. I mean, it's a deep thing. I just don't want to see it turn into a completely cold case or like where some of these people go out here and when they start talking about a new case and then they go, yeah, well, that's kind of like the Sebastian Rogers and the Summer Wells and the rest of these cases. I
So that's like
it's
your
a shame.
greatest. That's like your greatest fear that it becomes a cold case, and basically that's
Hmm. Yeah.
and and basically it sounds like you're kind of you're willing to sacrifice your privacy and all these things just to keep this case going so people can talk about it, so it keeps it to the forefront a little bit.
I'll tell everybody this: you want to come after me, you come after me. You leave everybody else alone.
Mhm.
You come after me all you want, but you leave everybody else alone.
Mhm.
That's the only request that I have. If you need somebody to berate, belittle, blast, whatever, I'll be your man.
Mhm.
Throw your darts, whatever you want to do. Because at the end of the day, I know the truth. Law enforcement knows the truth. Katie and Seth know the truth. And I really don't owe anybody anything other than my wife, my kids, and my family. And the
yeah,
good man upstairs. That's the only people I owe anything to.
like FedEx, Kinko's, any of the printing places, you can buy the magnetic sheets, look on Amazon, and then they run through like an inkjet printer. But that might be something that a bunch of us could get together and try to do.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, whatever, whatever we can do, let me know and try to get on it.
Mhm.
I mean,
I
honestly, I really would love to find a way to, with the help of everybody, to try to form an event. And it wouldn't necessarily be strictly Sebastian. It's got to be all these missing children and pull it together and try to get everybody to be bringing awareness and
Mhm.
finding a way to fundraise, crowd surf money, whatever to
Amen.
um, a way to make it noticeable. If there's a way to blanket every single state across the country with billboards, with rotating, with like, have you seen us? And it's pictures of children that have been missing. Please contact. It doesn't matter what law enforcement. Just contact law enforcement and provide a number or the National Center for Missing Children.
Yep.
I know of her case because I remember it was a few days before, a few days after Sebastian. TBI had just released a sketch that projected what she would have looked like at 8 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that I was like, man, that sucks. and then Sebastian's situation. So it's like you question like how do families, how do they deal with this? Well, now we've learned firsthand, and there's not enough resources
No,
out there. Period. And if there's a way to bring awareness to that, I mean, that would be phenomenal. I don't know how what to call it, how to do it, but it's an idea. Yeah, it'll come with a new scent called depression and self-loathing.
There you go.
oh, I love that. I love that. Dolly, you need to make the Depression era soap.
Well, that would actually have to be credited to Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go, Katie. Katie, yes, you've got the rights to that soap.
So how's Katie holding? How's Katie holding up? Is she doing better? Or is you know what I mean? Like, how's she holding up?
She just stated like shit.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I mean,
Sorry, baby.
she. It's like I said. Every day you get up, it's a different day, and you have to put one foot forward. You got to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a struggle. She got her. She's doing her. Got to be a big girl and do her thing and keep moving forward. But I mean, the emotional baggage and everything, it will always be there.
Is there anything else we can do?
I could add to it. She's thinking right now, but some of the things I would add to it is, this the world operates on networking, connections, and networking. Who you know and what you know, and everybody out there, doesn't matter how small or how big the connections may have connections to something that can always contribute to posting a flyer, uh, putting it up on a sign, um, radio stations. I don't know. I mean, people have friends in the most weirdest places that sometimes those friends can be extremely beneficial. And there's no other way to make this possible without human interaction. So to me,
Right.
connecting with people is like the biggest thing out there.
And wherever you are, I would say wherever you are across the country, because I know there's people all over the place watching. Um, just to like, if you're out and about and you have flyers, just keep asking businesses to spread them. Some chains will spread them to their other stores. Um, I don't-
Just wish I could give you a hug right now.
Oh, you'd have to fight the ankle biters. Well, we got two of them, and one of them was supposed to kind of like be mine, and however, they bunch of traitors. I mean, they when I'm not home, she just lets them sleep in the bed. I get home, y'all are in the pen.
Well,
Exactly.
Yep.
Showing you love, Katie. They said they're showing you some love.
She says thank you. And see, she does speak. She doesn't speak often, but she does. I understand people are trying to find an answer. Truly, I got it. I understand that. But
I want an answer more than all of you combined, I promise.
I bet.
it just, I don't know. It's one of those things people will never understand unless they're in the situation. And I don't ever recommend people or wish this on anybody either. I don't.
I wouldn't even wish this on.
So I guess what's her name? Bullhorn Betty? I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
we currently have there's a litigation between Across Motion. She's suing us, and Queen's got a countersuit against her. Let's just say that much.
okay, so I will be careful in what I am saying. However, I think to me it's very interesting how her dynamics, how like her little spin on things, and kind of like her and JLR were a group at one point. I guess they split apart, but
Yeah.
her notoriety and JLR's I think came from the Gabby Petito case, if I remember correctly. I may be off.
Yes,
but
that's where That is Betty and JLR. That's where YouTube met Betty and JLR
Yep.
during Gabby Petito down at Brian Laundrie's home.
So I sit there and I wonder, like, if she can she do some actual good without having to do all the things that she's done in the past? I don't know. So I guess I get I don't know. In a way, you kind of almost some of these creators should probably go take a few classes in law before they start doing some things.
Well,
That way
she knows.
they might be able to know what they're doing.
Well,
Oh,
she knows
well,
what she's doing in Florida. But
no.
all right. So here's a funny little thing. People can look this up. It's great. Tennessee a couple years ago, back when there was all this rioting, people stepping in front of the interstates blocking traffic. There were several states across the country that passed a law. If you're impeding traffic
Hmm.
and you get ran over, that's on you. And Tennessee was one of those states that adopted that. And it sucks that uh, that they don't really understand it. Like, because don't go somewhere that you don't know the laws and expect to have all the freedoms you think that you're entitled to or that you think that you get because you made a mistake and went, oops, I was dumb and didn't know something. And well,
Like,
I'll keep my responses about this BHB because on this channel I don't like her. I just say that.
unfortunately, our hands are really tied. We can't tell you what we really.
no, I don't want you to because one, I don't want to. Litigation is litigation that stays outside of,
Yeah.
my thing with Bullhorn Betty is I think she's very quick to jump to an opinion.
Yeah.
Um,
Agree on that.
but she's never once actually, as far as I know, actually reached out to have a conversation with me. I mean, people send me clips of her, and it's been interesting. But I wish her the best. I don't wish negative on people. I don't. So I mean, is it really that profitable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can
Yes,
be.
it is.
God.
There's
Like,
a lot of people. There's a lot of people on here who have very big hearts.
Yep.
That's the thing. They have a lot of big hearts. This in our community, we have a lot of people that really give a fuck.
Yep.
Like they really
Yep.
do. There's like I said, there's a lot of people here that support you and Katie. Like there's a lot of people here that really support you and Katie.
Yeah.
well, we appreciate it. We're not money people. We don't
No,
do
I'm
that
just
kind
saying,
of
like
stuff.
support you in general. You know what I mean? Like this, we have a very good community, and if you were to say, "Hey, we need this," or something happened, they are very quick to want to help. Very
Yes.
quick to want to help.
Any of us have had a problem, everybody's come together for one another to help. We've
Damn,
built our own little village.
That's amazing. Like I've never thought this existed or anything like that existed in general.
Right now,
There's a lot of psychos on here, but there's also a lot of very good people. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Katie. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I just said right now I'm hoping it's gonna work on finding Bubba.
Me too.
For the record, I'm the only one that really calls him Bubba.
Aw.
I think that's cute.
Aw, yeah.
About the sweetest.
We love his little sweet tea. What was
Green
it? The green
tea.
tea video. Yeah.
Oh, green tea.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, mama," and I said, "Oh, this is gonna be good. Hold on." And I pulled out my phone, and he went, "Green tea," and then I stopped recording. But right after that, he just thought he was the funniest person on planet Earth. I mean, he just doubled over laughing at himself. And I wish I'd have kept recording, but he did. No shit, y'all. He bent over laughing because he thought he was just so funny.
I tell you what though, man, he'll get a one liner in there every once in a while,
Oh, he gets
and you
good
just
ones.
kind of like, really, where'd you pull that out of?
Like, did you, dude, that was a good one. And they come out of nowhere too when you're not expecting it, and you just like lose your place, and you're like, did you just verbally kick my ass? He does
Yeah.
have a lot of personality. I mean, he's got that teenage attitude going on where he's all over the place. So one minute
Oh
he's
yeah.
angry, and next minute he's laughing and joking, and the next minute he's like, "I'm going to my room."
Aww.
What are you doing? Nothing.
Mhm.
I don't want to know.
Such a sweet
But
baby too.
he's still young at heart too. You know, like mentally he's young. He still likes to play with his Legos, and he likes
Hey, I'll
watching
play with Legos.
cartoons.
Watch out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Right.
I like Legos too, though. So
Well, he has I think it's called Marble Run. It's where you can build, it's like a puzzle, but you build like little tracks, and it's got marbles and they race down the tracks. It's super fun. But that's been one of his latest things that he'd been playing with, was he was all about making his marble runs. Well, everybody in the world knows his favorite video game. Minecraft. But I don't know. He loves to play Mario Kart. He's got all the Mario games, Mario 8, Mario, all the Mario racing games. I can't remember all of them. The Superstars. Every time he hears of a new Mario game coming out, he's like, "I gotta have that one." And we sit up with we've even got the little like wheels, the racing wheels.
Steering wheel.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
that you put the little Switch controller in and turn it into a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets serious. He'll be like, "You're going down."
That's too funny.
Well, the worst part is he kicks my butt half the time in it too.
So that's it, Mom. You're going down,
Mm-hmm.
kicking your butt.
Well, it's like the picture with him in front of the big trophy. That was a thing that we took him to for his birthday, and we let him pick his team. And I'll be darned if they didn't win. Well, it was one of those game show like experience things. So you go in and it's like you're on a game show, because he loves watching game shows on the game show network. He's
That's fun.
obsessed with Family
Get after
Feud.
my own heart.
Loves Family Feud. Hell, he he watches Wheel of Fortune with me. He don't never guess the puzzles. But trying to remember the name of the other one that he likes watching. It's the one with the whammies.
Press your
Um,
luck.
Press your
Yeah,
yeah,
luck.
break the
Press
luck.
Your
Yeah.
Luck. He likes
Yeah.
that one too.
I
Big
like playing
bucks,
that
big
game. It's
bucks,
called a
big bucks.
casino.
No
That used
whammy.
to, that used to be one of my favorites.
He sits in here. No whammies.
Let's say, what's his favorite color?
Green.
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 What was his
Green
favorite?
through and
What,
through. No questions asked.
what's his favorite subject in school?
Math.
Oh, that kind of depends. There's some days he's like math, some days PE.
Oh,
Yeah, it depends on
PE.
what they're
That's a good
doing in
choice.
PE. It
That's a
depends
good.
on it depends on if he got to do what he wanted to do that day or not.
Yeah, there you go.
So what about The Price is Right? Did he like watching that?
No, he didn't really watch that one very much. Family Feud is his favorite. That's his number one go to.
Favorite food?
Oh God. Ooh.
Sushi.
Well, I was gonna say sushi, but tofu is a good contender.
No, he'll prefer
But
sushi.
plain tofu, not fried tofu,
Steamed.
like steamed, no sauce.
Yeah.
Just plain tofu, warmed up. hmm Eat it all day long. But sushi, I'd have to say is probably his number one favorite. But tofu's up there with it.
Okay, I gotta ask, who got him started on the tofu?
Oh,
So, well,
I don't even know how he got turned on that one. What was it?
he got turned on tofu because we went to it was either a pho or a Thai restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And we went to have, this was in California.
Now I remember.
Katie and I went and had, I think it was curry. And
They don't like anything even remotely.
yeah,
spicy.
anything spicy, he just like, oh God, no. Pepper is like eating habanero pepper to him. I mean, that's how sensitive he is. But he didn't like anything on the menu. She was like, well, I have tofu. And he was like, tofu? And she was like, yeah. So she brought him a piece of it fried and a piece of it steamed for him to try. And he bit in the fried one and he was like, ugh. But when she let him have the piece of that steamed, I don't think he could get it in his mouth fast enough. And that included the entire cube. It was ridiculous. But ever since then, he's been strung on tofu.
Oh yeah, he loves fish. Like, if you offered the kid fish or steak, it's fish every time, no questions asked.
Yeah.
He eats pretty healthy. He likes his vegetables. He loves the little sweet peppers and bell peppers, and he eats
Oh, that's good for him then.
like
You know?
squash and zucchini. I mean, Brussels sprouts. Oh my God! Every single time we go to the store, Mom, will you make Brussels sprouts?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. It's really hard to get kids to eat like that. So that's
Well,
Yeah,
awesome.
it is.
What's worse is I'm sitting here cutting them up, trying to prep them to cook them, and he's eating them raw fast as I can cut them.
What's his favorite junk food?
Anything chocolate?
Anything with sugar in it. Nutella. Honestly, chocolate malt, extra malt.
Yeah.
Oh.
So him and my stepdad went out and they wound up going to Culver's. I don't know if y'all have Culver's out there. It's like a burger joint. And they have shakes and malts and things like that. Well, my stepdad had always had malts growing up as a kid. And they ordered it and Sebastian didn't know what it was. And my stepdad ordered him one and he got it. And oh my God. Anytime we go to Culver's, can I get a malt? Extra malt? Chocolate, extra malt? It's like, good Lord, kid. And I mean, he is a malt fanatic. He loves them.
Katie,
Yum.
did you know that you can buy just that malted milk powder in the grocery store? It's going to be. You have it?
Yeah, I make him milkshakes at home sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I got you a better one.
I quit buying Nesquik because the last time I got Nesquik powder, he just ate it with a spoon.
He did that with the malt powder.
Dude, you can't
It's
do
good.
that.
I don't blame him. It's good. Just
I mean, it
plain.
is, but
Yum.
daggone, like straight to the spoon, just no milk, just ate it. I went to bed one night. I woke up the next morning and I was like, what the hell? Why is this container empty? What are you doing?
It's great.
Turkey went out there and ate that chocolate.
Oh no, he's done a couple of good ones where like so he knows like my rule is if you empty the jar, just throw it away. I don't care, throw it away.
And then tell us we need more.
Yeah, no. This knucklehead decided one night to eat everything out of the jar, put the lid back on it, set it back in the cabinet, put the spoon in the sink, and then he goes to bed. Gets up and you find it and you're like, hey, why did you eat it? I didn't. Yeah, and the chocolate is all over his face. Like, you forget to wipe your face?
Busted.
Man, like, yeah. Watch you.
Dude, you're allowed to get a snack, but don't eat all the sugar in the world. You already can't sleep.
Sounds like a typical teenager.
Or something.
Sounds like a typical teenage boy thing to do.
Oh,
all day long. Like, make yourself a peanut butter and jelly with, like half a teaspoon of peanut butter and 5 tablespoons of jelly.
Jelly coming out all 4 sides on the bread.
Mm-hmm. Then again, he loves peanut butter too, so. He's Swiss cheese. Good Lord, Swiss cheese. The child likes Swiss cheese.
Ugh.
Every single time we go to the store, Mom, can I get some Swiss?
Can I get some
Oh,
Swiss?
the only one that eats Swiss cheese.
Like, yeah, but you know you're responsible for eating it, right? And like not just any Swiss, like baby Swiss and lacy Swiss, like the worst, stinkier Swiss. And then he likes to come over near me and be like, and wave it near my face. I'm like, ugh.
He tortures with cheese.
Yes.
And he likes ham, but he wants the Virginia brand ham. So we got to go to the deli counter and get his Virginia brand ham.
See, mine they like pineapple ham. That's bad. Gemini, you're up here with us. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Hanging in there, chit chatting. What's up?
Oh, I'm just minding my business while not minding my business. I guess that's why I came up here. So,
Right. Come to join the conversation, huh?
Nosy, not nosy.
hey, I don't mind. I mean, I'm looking at the conversation, even though it's probably
Good stuff.
evolved from the main topic. But when I'm seeing this social media stalking, heckling, harassment, lies, and rumors, etc., you know, I was like, okay, I'm down for that. We can chop it up. The only thing is I've had one too many sippy cups, so now I have to behave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say you're down for stalking and harassment? Because I really don't like that.
Yes, I'm
No,
down for
it's
that
just you and the
conversation.
title.
Conversation.
I'm picking, hun. You said you'd had too many sippy cups. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, which means I'm still actually become sharper. So the fact that I'm still coherent and can understand what you say after all my sippy cups is probably my superpower, but maybe I'm lying. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. How you doing, man?
Hey,
All right.
buddy.
Or
How
this
are ya?
morning. I don't know. I don't know y'all area codes. I'm assuming it's night. It's night for me. It's a night and it's full of trouble and booze.
I was.
It is nighttime, and I'm in Wyoming. I live by Yellowstone, in the middle
Why,
of.
oh my, oh why?
I'm in Minnesota.
I'm in Illinois, about 3 hours, 3 hours from Chicago.
Oh gosh, so I'm the only one that's in a hated state. I'm in Florida. Yeah, y'all all in a safe state. See, nobody's talking bad about Wyoming, Illinois. Like, but Florida's like Florida man breaking now. You know, I'm like, gosh, dog, give me a break. Hey,
I don't know. We're only 2 states north of you, so.
What was it?
Yeah.
Florida man strikes again.
Oh yeah, Florida man lives on forever.
Sorry about the interruption. Hey, Katie, let's talk about the fancy Alpine lace cheese.
Agree to disagree. I don't like Swiss at all. But like I told Sebastian, people are allowed to have different flavors. People are allowed to like different things. And if he likes it, more power to him. I support him liking something I don't like. I think that's a valuable lesson. It's funny how, like, when you sit back and think about little things like that, like it's a life lesson over some stupid cheese that stinks. But you know, he loves that stupid cheese. I still have it in the fridge.
Favorite cereal?
Different every time we buy a box.
Anything with sugar.
Well, he was on
Right.
He was on Lucky Charms pretty hard for a while.
No, he was on Reese's Pieces.
Well, that was the next
Oh,
one. I was gonna
yes.
say, and then he went on Reese's Pieces for a while. He was on that s'mores cereal for a little while. He went on a kick for that. Yeah, it's actually kind of really good.
I've seen
Occasionally he'll eat frosted mini wheats, so that's kind of cool.
Or even Raisin
Yeah.
Bran, but he got off Raisin Bran. I don't know what happened. Like one day he just decided he didn't like raisins anymore.
Isn't it like
I
we've
don't
all
know
had that
if that
disappointment?
thing. I don't know if it's ooey and gooey, and then you got a bowl of ice cream to put with it. I don't know. I can
Oh,
get down. I can get behind that.
I don't know.
okay. Okay.
His favorite drink ever is just milk. But
Milk.
he loves the Martinelli's apple juice, specifically the Martinelli's in the glass bottle, not the
Yes,
plastic ones, Mom. The
He wants a
glass
grenade. He's got to have a
Martinelli.
grenade.
it's the
Yep.
glass shape
He
with
don't
the
want the
apple.
plastic
Yes.
ones. Don't buy him the plastic ones. He has to have it in glass because he's bougie like that. We went to when we were, I think it was Costco, when we were in there, and I was like, "Oh, Bubba, they got your apple juice," and he said, "Well, hold on," and he went over and tapped on it. And he said, "That's not the right one, Mom. I don't even want that." I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay."
It tastes different in the glass bottle than it does the plastic bottle. I get it.
I
Well,
do too.
that's just like a Coke. I don't care who you are. You
It
got
tastes
Coke in a
better out
can
of
and
the
a
glass
bottle and a glass
bottle.
bottle and a fountain drink. And by far, the ones in the glass bottles
Are the
and then the
best.
fountain drinks and
Yep.
then a canned Coke and then you got plastic bottles.
Oh no, I don't
But
like
if it's a
them.
can,
I don't know. Well, actually, look, you prefer the American or the Mexican?
I
The
like
Mexican
American
Coca
Coca Cola.
Cola because they use real cane
Yeah,
sugar
it's
instead of that
sugar.
corn syrup.
Yes.
But you know what? Sebastian won't touch anything carbonated. Nothing. He hates carbonation.
Interesting.
I think it's a sensory issue thing for him.
Yep, the bubbles.
Uh-huh. He can't stand anything even lightly carbonated. He can't stand it. I
That's
think
interesting.
because he's got sensory issues, but
Hmm.
each kid, person, everything is, unique to them, and for him carbonation is a hard no. He has never drank a soda a day in his life. He's had a sip and hated every single time. Yeah, unless it's like chocolate milk.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's got to be the carbonation bubbles then.
Yeah, carbonation specifically. Because I mean, I do the flavored waters, and he was really into it with me. So every day we'd go and we'd make our like little water talks, and we'd do different recipes. We got a whole water bar set up, and he'd help me pick out flavors, and he'd make his own waters.
Hmm.
But I use sparkling water sometimes, and he would every once in a while he would grab my drink and drink it because he was being funny, and he's like, "Oh, I drink your water." Well, he every once in a while he'd grab it, and it would have carbonated water in it, and he'd take one sip and be like, I'd be
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
like, "That's why you don't drink people's drinks without asking, dude." No, he does not like Pop Rocks. He's weird. Like when he first got glasses, it was really difficult to transition and to get like accustomed to that. He's been in them for years and years now, so he's used to it. But like hats, he likes hats, but he can't stand wearing them.
Okay.
So he tries, but he only manages to wear them for like a few minutes, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm done. Get it off me."
Would he prefer like sweats over jeans
Um,
or shorts over pants?
he likes shorts over pants, but once he gets transitioned into pants, so like in the fall, once the weather turns and it's no longer acceptable short weather,
Hmm.
once he gets used to wearing pants, it's not a problem. He wears them every day without a question. But it's the transition, so like when the weather starts getting warm, he'll start when he can start wearing shorts again, and then that's all he wants to wear, if that
Yep.
makes sense. So for him, it's
Well, you know what? I got the same thing with money. I love collecting it, but I hate spending it. So
I agree.
good luck.
Agreed,
But
right?
no, for him, I don't necessarily think he had like a significant preference of pants over shorts so much as it was whatever he's accustomed to wearing.
Right.
So like once he transitions into pants, he gets used to just throwing pants on every day and he doesn't try to wear shorts. Vice versa. Like even at night, like so it goes fluid. So like he'll wear sleep pants when he's, in the wearing pants phase. And then when we transition back to shorts, he actually starts wearing shorts to bed too, like his pajama shorts and stuff. So he tends to be reasonably consistent. Mixed answer on that. So overall, yes, he does much better when he is on a regular routine. And thank you. So like for getting up at about the same time every day and having the same routine to get up and get ready to get out the door. And nighttime routine, taking medicine, taking shower, getting ready for bed. Same thing in the morning, getting up, brush your chair, brush your teeth, put your clothes on, make your bed, um, take your medicine, get your backpack, you know, are you hungry? Do you want to take food for lunch or do you want school lunch? That type of thing. Um, and then, you know, he leaves at the same time every day. But at the same time, it's like after school, you know, once, you know, if we've got to go to the store, it's not a huge problem if it's all of a sudden like, oh no, we need to run to the grocery store, you know. So he's easily able to do that for the most part. So, yes, he's able to just like go run some errands and things like that, but he's also, for the most part, we try to keep him on a regular routine so that he functions better. You know, if you have sporadic bedtimes and everything, then he starts having more, you know, difficulty with being on track and on task and everything, or he'll, you know, he doesn't really sleep very well. So
Right.
his sleep routine has never been specific, but it's, you know, it's downtime, it's quiet time, it's, you know, you remove the stimulus, you know, screen
Mhm.
time shuts off at the same time every day so that you have that, you know, decompression time. And, you know, we have the, you know, the night lights and the little fidgets for the self-stimming and everything, because that's, you know, you can't make them just do nothing, but
Right.
it's, you know, it's turning off all the screens and you know, okay, we're going to be quiet, you know, I understand you're not necessarily going to sleep, but you're going to lay in the bed and relax, you know. he
Like I'm hot blooded.
he prefers to be inside. And the inside stays pretty consistent,
And
but I will say
that's cool.
he absolutely loves going swimming. So I mean, he loves the summer because he can get out and he can go
A
swimming, and
water
you know, we
baby.
can we can do more stuff. You know,
Yep.
we did a lot more of it when we were in California. We used to go hiking a lot. They have like, I know they have it here, but they have like waterfalls and beach
Yeah.
hiking and everything out there that we used to go to, and he really enjoyed that. Um, but then again, he also really loves going outside and building and having snow fights. You know, when we had that rain, or not rain, but the frozen snow, when it was too cold to even make a snowman, we were still outside throwing, you know, ice at
Snowballs.
each other. He was trying his best to make snowballs, but it wound up just being throwing handfuls of fluff across the yard.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, he for the most part though, he likes being inside. He's the kind of kid that would rather play video games and be inside hanging out than outside playing football, but he does like going out, and he likes playgrounds, and he loves like the trampoline places and running, and yes, he does like to read Minecraft books.
Imagine
Minecraft
that.
books.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
So we go to Barnes and Noble every so often, and he picks out books. And the only ones that he has genuinely showed interest in, and even read more than once, they have Minecraft novels.
Are you
And
kidding me?
I am not. They're actually thick. They're a couple hundred pages. And I bought him all the ones that we could find, and he loves them.
Books.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Actual storybooks. At Barnes and Noble, I think one of them is called Voyage or Voyager. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look. But
I I
um
just wrote it down, so I'll find it. Thank you, Katie.
mhm. You're welcome. He likes Barnes and Noble because there's Starbucks in there too.
Ooh.
Double
Yeah.
whammy. Get the books
Freaking
in the Starbucks.
stupid cake pops. Every single time we're near a Starbucks. Mom, can we get a cake pop? Both the
I mean,
kids love them to death. I'm like, for the cost of one of those cake pops, I can buy a cake mix and make y'all a dozen cake pops. It's
no,
not
those
the same. It
they're not.
doesn't have the face. He's very, very particular.
Cake pop would he choose?
All of them.
All of them.
Right. Any of them doesn't matter.
It
Any of
don't
them.
matter what it is.
They're all good.
He would probably take the chocolate one, then the birthday cake one,
The cookies and cream when they have it.
and then his last one he would probably choose is either gonna be vanilla or strawberry.
Strawberry. Mm-hmm. He would go for the strawberry. But normally it's like if they've got one of the silly, like, I don't know what to call it. Like their little, you know how they always have one that's like extra. It's got like a face or something fun for the kids on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
He would go for that one if they have it. They do
I'm trusting.
decorated cake pops sometimes. You know, surprisingly, he likes the Starbucks refresher drinks. He likes that one. He liked the what was it, the acai swirl one? Or no, dragon fruit swirl.
Mhm.
He loves dragon fruit and mango. Well, we did a thing where we agreed that when we go to the grocery store, we go through the produce section, and if they look decent, because sometimes things just are no good, but we try every time we find something we've never had before, and we'll buy one and we will try it. Well, it's how he found out that he absolutely loves mangoes, but he does not like star fruit, but he loves dragon fruit.
We're just super thankful for this. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone. I mean, I think it does help if people can actually hear about Sebastian and not all of the BS and drama that's been happening, but just my son. You know, I mean, I know knowing his favorite color and drink isn't going to help find him, but it's part of him. It's part of who he is. He has allergies, kick his butt because he's allergic to grass. So whenever the grass is pollinating, his allergies get really bad for him. As far as any like serious allergies like peanuts or anything like that, no, we haven't found any food allergies. Just being picky about some stuff, but no, he's um outside of grass pollen.
Right.
We really don't know any other allergies.
He's allergic to schoolwork, chores.
Yeah,
Well,
homework and
All the
chores.
normal
There's
stuff.
a serious aversion there, but um,
he's a
he's
teen in that.
wearing deodorant.
Oh, geez.
Well,
Right.
that's something that we'd been really, really working on because other people had been like, "Is he wearing deodorant, Mom?" And I was like, "I mean, I'm trying." It's a recent development too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's gone through a growth spurt, and it was like overnight I blinked and he had like a little mustache grow coming in, and all of a sudden he was starting to smell and his voice is changing and his hair's getting darker, like it's turning darker, which is why like in some pictures it looks brown but it's really kind of blonde. But and his eyebrows, he went from like just these like real light eyebrows to it was like overnight he got big old dark eyebrows. He's really coming into his hormones, and over literally I think he grew an inch in a month.
Did his feet grow too?
Two shoe sizes.
Oh my
That's
Yeah.
why
God.
that's
He
why
was
in the beginning there was all that talk about the shoes, and it was like, how does she know, like how do you know, like well, because he literally just outgrew them all. And we were in the process of replacing them. We started off with, an immediate, a new pair of shoes and, a new pair of boots. And, we didn't buy sandals yet because it hadn't turned warm yet. And so I told him, I
Right.
said, when the weather gets warm, we'll buy them then because who knows if you're going to grow more in another month. But, I mean, he literally like, it was like he went to his dad's And then not even a week later, he's like, Mom, my shoes don't fit. And I was like, but those are new. And he's like, my toes are in the front. And I was like, oh Lord, get in the car. Oh, it's so
Yep.
crazy. So crazy. Like I was not ready for puberty at all.
Either.
No, 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 I don't think he is ready for it. He's so angry about getting hair on his face. And I was like, "Well, Bub, we can teach you how to shave it off." And he's like, "No." And I was like, "So you want to leave it on your face?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "I don't know what to help. I don't know what to do to help." Like unfortunately, you got two options: have hair or shave the hair. I don't know what else to do. I can't make it not happen. He
How does he like to wear his hair, Katie?
he goes back and forth. Um th- and we for the most part try to accommodate it. Like there's sometimes when we go into a haircut, he's like, I want to keep it longer. And then other times he's like, I want to shave it all. So normally when we go into a haircut, I pull up like pictures of haircuts and I let him like I'm like, okay, what do you want to do this time? So honestly, it just depends on how he's feeling. He changes his mind on what he wants on his hair. Only difference is for a boy, the only to grow it out to another hairstyle is like 3 weeks instead of years.
Right.
But no, I mean he's growing and changing, and the voice thing throws me off because like some days he still sounds like my little bub, and other days I'm like, who's this grown dude in the house? Like what? But we knew it was coming because his voice has been cracking for a little while here and there. But it had only recently started getting deeper more consistently.
What is your
Yeah, I was
favorite
thinking.
story of Sebastian?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, bless. My favorite story of him.
Mine's going to be when he comes home and then sees the world, and then the world freaks out and sees him, and then it's going to be on. It'll be a continuous party. That'll be the best story.
I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Top that one.
I don't know that I can top him coming home, dear.
That's right. I mean,
And here's the thing, at the end of the day, all of everyone's opinions about us is entirely irrelevant. The only thing that really matters is Sebastian. All all the rest be damned. Sebastian needs to come home. So here, I can't speak for when he went to Seth's house, but here, we did positive reinforcement and positive reward system, so he earned his game time. And it was on the Switch, which had like the parental monitoring and everything.
Hmm.
Um, so that was the only game system that he had played on here in a long time.
There's several that are saying they admire your strength, Katie.
I don't feel very strong, but thank you. I'm struggling. Truth be told, I'm struggling. At the end of the day, I just want to find my baby.
Right.
I know he'd get mad at me. I'm not a baby. Well, you're always my baby, so
They're always your
get
baby. I have
over it
a
and come home.
I have a 31-year-old and
It's his latest thing when I say something that he doesn't like. He goes, "Mom,"
Oh my goodness.
or when he's really annoyed, he goes, "Mom." I can't imitate his voice because it's deeper than mine now, but that's how he does it, and I'm just like, "What?" And then I usually try to smother him in kisses while he squirrels to get away, and he's like, "Ugh, get off me." he he talks a lot of shit when we're playing games. Oh yeah, he smack talks. dogs because we play cards. Oh, we play a game called Chase the Ace. Um, we play a game called Blind Nines, Rummy. Uno is his favorite card game. He's got this one called, I think it's Spot On, where you both like flip a card and you've got to spot something real quick. But we've got, I mean, shit, we have a whole closet full of board games and whatnot that we play. He plays chess.
Wow.
His mama does not.
Who does?
He plays with Chris's stepdad. He plays with Chris sometimes. He last year he was in the chess club. This year he hadn't joined in any clubs in school. In middle school he was in the chess club, and then he was doing really well, and then I think something happened eh, with one of the kids he was playing with, and he got beat, and I think they had like a argument over it, and Sebastian didn't want to do it no more.
Yes.
So
That
he
happens.
went, but he wouldn't play. And they were like, "You have to play to be part of the chess club." And he was like, "Well, I don't want to go no more." And then he started failing a class, and we were like, "Well, you got to be passing to be in the chess club." And then he just didn't join again. And then high school is on a whole nother level. So he didn't go into it in high school, but um, he was super interested in like the agriculture and whatnot. So it wasn't necessarily an extracurricular per se, but he was like, that was his like number one goal for his classes. He wanted to take agriculture because
Nice.
they
I
work
like
with
that.
animals, and he wanted to work with the animals. Oh yeah, I mean for anybody, high school can be difficult. You know, it's that's a whole new world. Well, it's that, and they're going through puberty, so they're
Yeah,
changing and they're growing, and they're in this like in between stage where they're not little kids anymore, but they're not quite adults, and
right.
expectations are changing. And then you've got, you're in there with the kids that are starting to drive and get jobs and like
Hmm.
developing into these like, young adults. And I don't know, there's just so much to unload there. But I mean, he was doing pretty good in school for the most part. I mean, he had his grades were all good, or well, yeah, I think all of his grades were up. He kind of ebbed and flowed. It depended on if he was putting effort in or not. He went through a little phase where he quit trying. Yes. So at one point he had said it was in one of his IEP meetings. He was like, "I want to be like Dad and operate a crane." Um, yeah, that was so sweet. And he's actually operated some heavy equipment, quote, but and he did so good at it. Um, he said he wanted to work with animals, but he only wants to work with cats. And I told him, I was like, "Well, I don't know how that works, but I think vets have to work on more than just cats." That's kind of what I was telling him, and I think that's part of the reason why he wanted agriculture, because at the high school they actually do, once you advance into the classes, I think like junior and senior years, I want to say, don't quote me, they actually go hands on with like working with animals and whatnot, because they're legitimately prepping you to be ready to enter the workforce. And
Oh, I love that.
when we toured the high school last year, when we did sorry, my words, um the introduction tour. Yeah, where you can walk
Yeah.
around the school and see the different classrooms.
Orientation.
That's it.
That's the word I was trying to
Orientation.
get out. Jeez, it was on the tip of my tongue. Thank you. Between all of us, we'll make a full brain cell yet. But when we went through for the high school orientation where you can tour all the classrooms and talk to some of the teachers and learn about some of the programs because you got to pick your schedule, you know. He saw the agriculture area where they had they do, I think, like dog grooming, and they had chickens and rabbits and maybe some other
Sold.
animals.
Sold. You
Mhm.
said chickens. I'm sold.
Yeah, and he was just so excited. He was like, "I want this class."
That sounds like fun.
Sounds like he has things to look forward to when he gets back.
And the dog.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely, he does. I mean, he's got his whole life to live. Thank you. I would just say, if again, I know I say it a billion times, but every time I ask, just please share his flyer.
Or a more recent one.
That's actually the one that I'm still sharing because it's technically it's the official one released through them. And
Okay.
there's not technically anything wrong with the others, but that's the official flyer, so that's the one that I've been sticking with. So I share, like, I hadn't really been on like Facebook as much, but when I'm out and about, I get hundreds of these printed at a time, and whenever I'm out and about, if I see a place that doesn't have it, I'll ask them to hang it. And I've been trying to get businesses and like chains to like copy it and share it to their other locations, especially if they have locations in other states and things like that too. And even so far as trying to reach like venues, you know, like for like sporting events or any
Yes.
types of venues that have those like display boards where they're always flashing advertisements. I've been doing
Yes.
my best to reach out to all of them and beg them to like start displaying it as well. So, I mean, if anybody knows any kind of like venues or places that they can think of that they're willing to call and see if they can help get it out there. I'm going coast to coast. I'm not limiting myself to Tennessee. I'm going all over the country with
Well, you know what,
asking.
Katie?
Truck
That would
stops.
help.
Truck stops and rest stops are big because it catches travelers.
Everybody can
Hospitals
do
and
this.
clinics.
Yep.
If you're in your area, like hospitals and clinics, just because heaven forbid something happen and someone comes in, they'll be able to identify him quicker. Um, but they tend to network too. So like I know here, Vanderbilt has like multiple locations, so they spread it amongst themselves. So now it's everywhere. You know, I know he's in. I don't know if he still is, but he was in all the WalMarts.
Was in
All of
Cody
them. So that got
Wall.
put out nationwide to all the Walmarts. That went through NCMEC. So, but I don't know if anyone is willing to try and help in that regard. That's what I've been working on. One of the things I've been working on is trying to get it like literally out there to where as many people can see it as possible.
Handmade with Love by Dawn in the chat is asking if you thought about doing his flyer as an advertisement on Facebook.
As far, I don't know
It's
how
a
to do
thought.
that.
It's you can look into. I mean, that's something you can look into, but that might be a
Absolutely.
definite thought to do it as run it as an ad for 5 or 10 days. I think there may be $20 and under, but that might be another thought.
Absolutely. I didn't know about that, so I will definitely look
No,
into
I.
it.
I heard another creator.
Yeah.
Hey,
I heard another.
Rowena.
Hey, hey, Chris. Hey, Katie. Hey, y'all. I heard
Hey.
another creator talking about that she I guess a month or so ago gave out Summer's missing flyer to like carnivals. You know, this is the time of year. You know, that carnivals, craft fairs, you know, all the things, you know, kind of start going up in the summer. I know where I live, we just had one. And so that might be a good thing because they do travel around
Absolutely.
and get with the people that are working there, but also get with the people that actually head up fairs. And I'm from Memphis, Chris and Katie, so yeah, Mid South Fair, yes, I know it well. So
Yep, May
that
24th to June 2nd. It's coming up.
I not say that's what it's on my mind, man. It's on my mind.
At Liberty
So
Park, I think.
don't worry about
Yeah.
certain things. The most important thing is just getting him home, getting his face out there, and getting it all over the nation, not just in Tennessee. So um,
Amen.
Yes.
the Mid South Fair. Look how many people go to that, Chris. Y'all know.
Oh yeah.
His flyer will be in Missouri at my dad on my dad's car. Y'all are in my prayers, and thank you so much. Um, he sounds like just a wonderful, wonderful teenager. He just the typical teenage boy, just smellies and all.
Oh yeah.
I'll be back down in chat. Y'all have a good night.
Too. Thank you.
10 at a time. They could be all over in all 50 states in no time. And that's what Sebastian's Army is all about.
Absolutely.
With Duchess, she'll point you in the right direction, or you can donate to her for the billboard she's got up.
Absolutely. I mean, the more we can get, I personally am pushing and we're donating as well, but to get more billboards farther out as well.
You can set the amount of money that you want to spend and everything.
See
It's
like the
actually very
hundreds instead of
reasonable.
thousands. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes it easier to get them up. And like I said, we're trying to get as many as we can. I mean, if I had my way, I'd put one from here to Timbuktu and back. But we are trying to get more um in more locations. Oh yeah, and Duchess has been amazing with helping with the billboards and like getting them put up and making sure that they're going up as much and as long as they can, and we've worked with her on like locations and whatnot too.
She's done really, really amazing things.
Mm. They have to be electronic, I think.
Oh, okay.
But putting a billboard outside of the airport,
Yeah.
I think it depends on the staples because we had mixed reviews from people when we told them that in the beginning. Some people said theirs did, and other people said theirs didn't. So I think
Okay.
it might depend on the location. Um, yeah, and like we've gone to different like Pony Express and like printing places, and just had them done there too.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of them that did it at no charge, and others they gave us a discount on it. Um, one time there was a really nice lady who realized what we were doing and insisted on paying for our flyers. Yeah, he liked fishing, but I don't know necessarily so much about camping.
You said that he preferred to be in the house over outdoors, but he would go outdoors. He just preferred to be on the inside versus the outside.
Yes.
We've taken it to gun stores, gun ranges.
Oh yeah, we just go to the gun range. I mean, he loves going to the playground. That's outside all day long. But and I
Listen,
tell you, he prefers a pool to the beach.
fairs and festivals this summer, that's another great
Mhm.
um,
He loves
place to take
going.
these. Oh, he loves those too.
Uh-huh.
I was
He
thinking about
loves
foot
them.
traffic for people from all over.
I think that's an amazing idea if anyone's willing to help get all the fairs and festivals. I mean, we can do the local ones, but um I mean all over the country if anybody's willing to do
It,
that at their fairs. We definitely try to ask before we just stick it. Just because we've actually had people tell us no. Um and I won't
and
lie, I went outside and slapped it on the outside anyways, but don't I'm not advocating for people to go against.
right.
Left it on
Food
the
Lion
counter.
said no.
Publix said no.
Publix also said no. But then Publix changed their mind and let him put it up on the door. But it was like a corporate policy, I guess. But the manager was like, let us finally put it up there, because I went up there and I was like, this is ridiculous. Well, and I mean, we've had a lot of places where we've put the flyers up and they'll be up for a little while, but then we go back and they're down. And
Oh,
I've got some places where I've put up 4 or 5 different times. I just keep slapping them up there, hoping that they'll get the picture and stop taking it down.
okay. So people have been known to pull those things down to prevent the word from getting out.
Just
And
can't
also,
imagine why someone would want to do that.
Take it off.
Sebastian loves her
Well,
to
she,
death.
Sebastian's getting engaged. Look out, y'all.
We've
Oh,
been
shit.
reaching. I've been trying to reach out to her. Obviously, I hadn't got any response, but
Well,
I
if
mean,
that's the case, we also need to go after Kelsey.
Ballerini.
No, Travis Kelsey.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
her
Her,
boyfriend.
oh,
her boo thing.
absolutely.
Her boo
Absolutely.
thing.
We need to
Get
hit
him
his.
to get her to do it.
Yeah.
Why
That's
not?
actually a bad idea. I mean, I don't support harassing people by any means. I can personally attest to how awful it is. But getting her attention, I mean, if we all tag her and like, hey, Sebastian's missing, share, because if she shares his flyer, it's going to be seen all over the world. I mean, it is all over the world, but still, it's her audience is massive. I mean, I'm all for getting as much as I can to get his face out there and get. I mean, I
CMA Fest
personally,
coming to Nashville next week.
well, I think that the more people that know his face and know that he's missing, the more chances we stand that someone somewhere will see him and we can finally find him and bring him home.
Tag Swifties, Swifty
Tag
Nation.
Jelly Roll.
Well, I mean, there's that.
Well,
You got him right by you.
Bubba loves his music and he's huge right now.
I think Bunny shared his flyer.
She
I
did. She
I do
did.
think so as well.
On both of her profiles.
She shared it on both her profiles. We got her to share
nice,
it.
nice.
Well, I say we, but I mean it wasn't like just us, but she shared it. Even if they just show his flyer.
Go out and maybe paper the cars while they're out in the parking lots.
Oh no, can't do
That's
that.
illegal.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, I forgot.
Illegal in a lot of places.
Well, in Tennessee, you don't want to be caught doing that. Well, the problem. So the reason why a lot of that comes into play is because if you put something on a car and it causes damage to a car, you're held liable, regardless of what it is.
Yourself a roll of duct tape or a roll of clear packing tape. Get yourself a box of push pins and go to town. This is a better use of your energy and your furthering to help bring this boy home.
amen.
And you're getting out of your house, getting a little exercise going on. You'll feel better about yourself.
How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Danielle, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, so, just are y'all taking questions?
Fire away. We're
I
looking
can,
up.
yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, baby. You got a lag really bad, so you're not hearing us at the same time, but go ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry about that. So I know, like, you're really on the topic of flyers and whatnot, but are you going to get in?
All right, you cut
Hello?
off. You cut off. What'd you say? Are we going to get into the topic of what?
Are we going to explore any more into the topic of Sebastian? I mean, I really haven't even heard his name mentioned.
We've
Where
been
have
talking
you
about it
been?
this whole time. You ain't been here?
Where have you been? We've had nothing but we've learned about his favorite color, his favorite subject, what he likes to eat, what he likes to drink, what he likes to wear, how he likes to wear his hair. We've heard an immense amount about Sebastian tonight, ma'am.
What about where he is?
Well,
I think he needs to get down. Bye. You just need to go away.
I think
I know
where
that's
is
right.
my son is the point.
I mean,
We're all looking
right.
for him.
Duh.
Well,
I'm
I
sorry,
think
Queen. I didn't mean to be.
well, actually, she honestly, and I'm not bashing her when I say this, but instead of dancing around the subject, she just should have just got straight to the point, just asked the question, "Where's
Right.
Sebastian, Katie?" and just stop dancing around it, get to it. And the answer was real simple. As soon as we know, everybody in this world will know, and law enforcement will definitely be one of the first ones to know. But we appreciate your concern.
Oh, Chris, you are so better
Oh,
than
well,
I am.
I'll
Like
say,
I want to punch
Yeah,
you
Right.
right
Like,
down
I
the
was.
nose.
I'll
ready
say,
to go the fuck off over here.
I was jumping on her right away. I was like, la 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 la.
I was going to sit back and watch Cheezy rip her from limb to limb. So,
Well, I have a better question for her, and then I would address this with anybody that wanted to do that. What evidence do you have that supports your theory that one of the three parents have any idea where our son is, or we had something to do with this? Because if you have something, please bring it to law enforcement. I'm begging you.
I don't understand why people think that I don't say my son's name. Well, I mean, their negativity is not my problem, but for the record, I have said Sebastian's name several times because he's my son and I love him. So there's that. And yes, Bubba is my name for him. But a wise woman told me once, and it's kind of sounds ugly sometimes, but you can't argue with. I'm trying to remember what she said. You can't argue with an idiot because they will drag you to their level and beat you with experience.
Oh, girl,
You get
you
knocked
done,
off.
you done said that. Now you better look out.
I didn't call anybody an idiot.
Girl,
It
they're
was
gonna
just a saying
twist
that
it.
someone told me. Not saying I
Well,
don't
you ain't
think there's
lying
not
now.
a
That's what
bunch of
they
ignorance out there, but
it
I just
is.
have
Oh
no
shit! It must be a
interest in
full moon.
engaging in that.
Well, there's also this part too. Some of these folks out there that did all of the things that they've done don't have the
People don't even realize who they're supporting
well,
and
not
what
only
they're
that, they
supporting.
don't have testicle fortitude. They don't have uh
Testicular fortitude.
no, I like it my way better. And they don't carry a spine to have an adult conversation. All they like to have is level of ignorance in the things that they like to do is fine. That's their choice. But I don't have to get to their level to get my point across. That's just them. Actually, hold on. I have to apologize because with today's society, everybody may identify as something completely different. They may have different things, and so right. So, but everybody does have a spine. So those spineless people out there that don't want to have a conversation, I'm sorry. There we go. I'll address it more like that.
There you go.
God forbid we hurt feelings in this world.
Damn it. Now the jellyfish are going to be totally pissed off because now you didn't talk about them.
Oh yeah, which ones? The box ones or the blue halos? Because I'm a huge fan of blue halos.
I'm lost.
Thank you,
Jellyfish.
Katie.
Those
I know
spineless
what it.
things that you have to piss on yourself after they bite you.
That's false. Use
I
vinegar.
thought. Look,
I'm Cafe. You're up here with us.
hello, hello.
How are you, man?
I'm
Hello,
good. Thanks for
Diego.
having me. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing
Good.
great. Are you serving lattes in the cafe tonight?
I am not tonight, sir. Not tonight.
Oh darn.
Sorry.
That's okay though.
Very respectful as always, and I'm just grateful to be able to hear the things I've heard tonight. Support you guys 100%, and have for a long time. So thank you for that very much.
We appreciate it. Thank you for your support.
Now
Coming
you're
soon.
getting it, Chris. Now you're getting it. Shit, you better get yourself a YouTube channel, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it swanger and banger and hookers.
You are not.
Pineappers.
Pineapple,
Oh
pineapple.
Lord.
I was
Pineappers.
gonna say pineapples. Yes, that's great.
Well, if you right.
Oh Lord.
Oh
So,
no, y'all don't want to hear the discussions that go on up in there. Oh
Y'all are
God,
making a
no.
mess.
That right there, that's a yeah. Kids
John
under the
just
age
said
of
Clue. If they
21
look,
would not be allowed to hear that.
they,
I tell dirty jokes right along with them. They were like, "You ended up being a really cool." They were really worried when I started. They were like, "Oh, great, everything's going to have to change. The females coming, you know." But I was like, "Nope." I said, "I'm just like one of the guys. Just do your thing, you know." Yeah, that stuff doesn't bother me.
Okay,
Well,
so if
that's when you walk in the office and you're like, all right, so whose heavy load am I taking today?
Right?
okay, so
And everybody's
note
like,
to
oh my
others.
God. I'm like, no,
If
what?
we
Which is it going? Is it going from here to Memphis or down to wherever? Where are we taking this?
Right.
Sebastian's favorite movie.
Mm. That one's kind of. He's been more into TV shows than movies lately.
What was he into on TV?
Mostly game shows, ridiculousness.
yes, I love that one.
Yeah.
He used to watch a lot of
He watches the Survivor show. I can't remember what it is. Guy or Bear. It's the interactive one.
Bear versus Wild.
Bear
Bear
versus
versus
Wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
The one where you can like make selections and choices and what you choose depicts how he goes. He really likes that one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, movie wise, I don't know because in our house he was only allowed to watch certain things. He was not allowed like rated R out of the question. Certain PG-13 movies out of the question.
Anything with like strong violence or sexual content is really what we tried to buffer out.
That's
But
all.
Such good parents.
You kidding me? I'm an evil man. How
Mm.
dare you not let your child watch the violence?
well, I kept trying to get him to go to the movies with me to watch the new Wonka movie, and he just did not want to go watch that. He thought it was stupid. And then when I finally did watch it, it really was not as good as I had hoped.
Oh,
Did they get to lick the
Lemonade.
wallpaper?
yes, they did an AI.
Well, all right. So if it makes you feel any better, so there was an event here back I think it was closer to Christmas, and one of the bars did this um, Wonka experience, and they had these drinks that were made like you were at the Wonka factory type thing.
Like a purple fizzy drink.
Yeah, and it all 21 and up, but they also had this magic show. This guy was dressed like he was supposed to be Wonka or something. Yeah, kind of cheesy actually. So yeah, it definitely didn't turn out the way we thought it was going to turn out.
When we do like Alexa dance offs and like he plays random music on it.
Favorite music, Katie?
Oh, everything.
I know we hit that he's
Um
a Swiftie.
he is a Swiftie. He likes Blake Shelton, Jelly Roll, um uh what's his name? I don't know, I'm the worst person in the world with names.
So you're the worst person with music. Anyways, he is an Eddie Vedder fan. He's a Pearl Jam fan. He likes
Yes.
Meatloaf,
Nice.
Survivor from like Eye of the Tiger.
That's the one
Uh,
we want to hear about. Like,
so
is that his
believe
pump
it,
up jam?
at one point it was. It used to be like his pump up jam. It really
How did he?
was.
How did he hear that song?
What show is he watching?
Supernatural.
No.
I don't remember where we heard it.
Brittany, stop stream sniping my shit, or I'm gonna strike your fucking channel while you're live, and you're gonna go down for 7 days. I'm not playing.
It might have been the radio.
I don't remember where he heard it, but it was a catchy tune, and he caught on to it. But he also, like I said, he liked Eddie Vedder, um,
Mm. He got a
and of
great
course,
voice.
Yes, Pearl
I'm
Jam.
yeah.
one where like when I hear the song, I know the song, but I can't tell you what it is.
Oh yeah.
Sebastian and Chris play name that song in the car. So like on the radio, he'll be like, "Who sings this song?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but I know the words to the song." And Bastion in the background is like, "It's so and so."
Oh,
That's
I
awesome.
mean,
Queen, you got
I'll
another.
play. I play all kinds of music from. I mean, go back to Motown to.
Yeah.
He loves Uptown Funk You Up. Uptown Funk You Up.
Oh yeah,
Uptown Funk You. Oh yes, yes, yes.
Bruno
Bruno
Mars.
Mars.
Yeah,
He loves that song.
but I mean, there was. I played him one. I was like, Sebastian, try not to laugh when you hear this song. He was like, what? And I played Chuck Berry's "My Dingaling." It was a silver bell on a string. I mean,
I was upset. She lied.
Well, see, you were a child. You probably didn't want to like ruin your mind over it.
It's about a dude playing with his, you know.
But definitely keep
no, I mean the
listening to
song. It
that.
tells you right in the beginning of the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a little bitty boy, my mom gave me this cute little toy, silver bell hanging on a string. She told me it was my dingaling.
Yep.
Silver
Oh.
bells.
I mean, that's like the first chorus or the first verse of the song,
Yep.
I hear Silver Bell and I think Christmas
and then he
music.
gets into it and he gets everybody to all start singing. And he was like, if you're not singing, you must be playing with your own dingaling."
Mm-hmm.
See, no, we always found different types of music for him to get into. Um, but
That's
I
good.
mean, he has a very eclectic taste. I will give him that.
Uh,
So,
um,
under normal circumstances, I wouldn't violate his privacy like this. But the reason why I know he has a crush on Taylor Swift is because I saw him on YouTube Googling um, something about being Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Oh, what's it
oh
take
my
to
Cute.
be Taylor
I think
Swift's
it was.
boyfriend?
I think it was. Does Taylor Swift like blonde boys?
Travis has competition now.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, downside is Travis got a little bit bigger pocketbook.
Yeah, he got so embarrassed about it too.
With you, so thank you.
No, you're welcome. I mean, I'd had opportunities to come on multiple shows. We have been very selective, and it's nothing against anybody. It's really not. It's more or less timing kind of has to be there. Um, I mean, my schedule's opposite of hers, and it's not very common that. I mean, actually, I think this is the second show that you've actually done where you actually talked. Yeah.
I do.
Well, we appreciate it, and I mean, we're all Sebastian all the way. I mean, regardless of what the 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 monotony and the drama, regardless of that, I mean, it's down to three parents missing their son. But I mean, we appreciate all the support. Everybody, not just in select groups, but everybody. Because I'm sure there's some people that want to come out and say something. They just are too reserved because they don't like seeing how much the bashing is going on. But no, we truly appreciate it with you guys. It's been awesome.
What would you want him to hear you say?
I would want him to know how much we love him and how much we miss him and how much we just so want him to come home.
I would add to that we love him, we miss him. There's a huge party that's waiting for him. It's like, so come on, we got to crack open these cupcakes. But
Unlimited malt for life.
I don't know about unlimited malt for life now. Come on, that's
Okay, fine. Regular malt.
That's sweet.
No, he's missed, and he knows it. It's just we just need him to come home. No, and like I said, it's been great to come on the show and be able to have an opportunity just to not play 20,000 questions of accusational things, but it's been actually this is where I think we truly enjoy having this style conversation when it's I don't know, it's not a forced thing, it's just a natural thing.
I love it.
Green
It's one of my
tea.
It's one of my favorite
Yeah, it's
bits of
awesome.
him.
Here comes the water faucet.
Yeah,
Cry.
every
Yeah,
time.
it cheers me up every time.
Tea, green tea. You're so goofy.
I love it. It's green tea.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys, and again, thank you so much for coming on. You guys are welcome anytime you want.
Nah, thank you guys for having us, but it's been a good time. Really has.
Your boy is going to be represented out here in Wyoming starting tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Talk soon, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Chris and Katie, God bless. And we're behind you 100%, guys. Thank you again.
Thank you. Likewise, sir. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, even in the chat. I know we haven't addressed a lot, but thank you for everything. Really, a little change of pace,
Like we just got to know him a little better.
Oh yeah. Later. No, anytime we had it was awesome, and like I said, thanks to everybody, and hopefully we'll have some good news here soon, and we'll have a different reason to start throwing more parties and stuff.
Right.
So
absolutely.
Well, we'll sign off here as well, and good night, everybody, and thank y'all for everything. It means a lot.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Thank you again.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
I get freaky, dicky, raw.